everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
You have 24 hours to give us our money. And to show we're serious, you have 12 hours.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Batman is just a billionaire practicing karate on the mentally ill. Call it what it is.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, you tell Tracy Jordan that ridiculous is going to eat his family. Welcome to Plotty Time.
40 eggs?
That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome today.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well fucking that demon is still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for Pete.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another brand new episode of Plotty Time. We're gonna go ahead and say it was sponsored again by our YouTube channel. You should go be checking out. Go check that out now.
Watch stuff on other people's
Why
phones.
are you not checking it out?
That's a great question. I mean, we've already got your download for this. Just hop on over there. Go check it out. That'd be great.
Multiply your downloads, bro.
Someone's got to pay for Poppascotch's kids' college.
Like, I ain't doing
Exactly. I mean, Jesus Christ, by then it'll be a number I don't even want to think about.
it. Yeah, for real.
Maybe he'll be one of those smart kids. You know what I mean? Like the Doogie Howser types.
Or
And
maybe
get all
he'll
the
just go to a
scholarships?
trade school.
Oh, you're going to make a television show and put him in it.
Yeah. Oh, the actor. Yes. That's Neil Patrick Harris.
We're going to move the kid to Hollywood, be a child actor. He'll get over a drug problem when he's like 12.
Yep.
Grow up way too fast. He's classic child actor.
Fucking goals, man.
So I watched a movie that I want to talk about.
Oh.
Good, 'cause
I
didn't
hope
watch
you
shit.
guys watched it. If you didn't watch this, I'm going to go ahead and officially recommend it. Have you guys heard of or seen Under Paris?
Is it just like,
Is it just like as above, so below?
yeah.
No.
Does
It
it
is
take
about-
place there, though?
It does take place in Paris.
Okay.
It's about a shark that goes into the river.
I've seen
Scene.
the cover for it, the preview.
Really?
Yeah. It's good?
It's pretty good. Like I enjoyed it.
Let me write it down.
Seeing the sign, I don't know how to pronounce it.
What was it on?
I've been on it and I don't remember how to pronounce it.
Sane?
It's on Netflix.
Under Paris.
The story is that there was this woman one of those people who, tags and tracks sharks.
A sharkologist, yes.
A sharkologist, yes, indeed. They first 10 minutes of the movie, this isn't really a spoiler, but they go out, they're looking to clear this shark that they had like caught up in a net. They didn't catch it in a net, someone did. So they went to like go free it. And another one of the sharks that they had tagged came over and it was like way too big. Like it didn't make sense of how large it was.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up killing the whole crew except for this one woman. So
That's
now
a pretty big shark.
yeah, it was a big shark. And then one day, like 3 years later, she goes to check like where her sharks are and she sees ones in the middle of Paris. And she's like, holy fuck.
Wow.
And guys, there's gonna be a triathlon next week.
What? They're going to swim?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, dog. So, and it's awesome. The mayor of Paris is like, come on, we got $1 billion invested in this triathlon for some reason. Like, we can't
This
not
could
have
happened
it.
to the Olympics this year.
Yeah, it's internet. That's why they made it, probably.
Probably.
They did mention that the Olympics were coming. So,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah, they probably, yeah. I mean, it was clearly based on that. But it's a killer shark movie, and it's not bad.
Nice.
It's not bad at all.
That's awesome.
Highly recommend. I don't want to spoil more than I have. I mean, that was like the first 5 minutes.
Well, speaking of killer ocean life, you guys ever see Hellhole?
No.
Have I?
I don't know. It's about a bunch of frackers and environmentalists. They're in Serbia. They're doing like the tests on the land to see if they can frack there or whatever. They're looking for some type of tiny rat that calls that place their home. But it turns out when they start drilling, they drill into this organic substance. And they're like, what the fuck is that? And they start digging it up and they find a Frenchman from the Napoleonic Wars. He's
Like
just
alive?
yeah, he's like in a fucking weird cocoon sack thing. And he's just like in the ground. And they dig him up and they fucking get him out. And they're like, what the fuck do? We call it. And they call the authorities. The authorities are coming, but they're flooded there. Weird shit happens. Crazy parasite creature feature with gore and weird shit. It's wacky. It's weird.
That's fun. That
Yeah,
sounds fun.
It's kind of slappy.
Would you give it a thumbs up?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing. I don't know. It turns out it's some type of weird land octopus.
Whoa, hey.
Well,
Spoiler.
I said we were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, you did.
spoiler, though.
You did
All right,
preempt
so,
it with
I'm
that. You're right.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I still love you.
That has nothing to do with the rest of it, but check it out. It's a parasite.
Oh, pff.
It's fucked up. I said it was a parasite.
All I did was watch the new Futuramas.
What do you think?
You like them though?
They're okay. They're more like up to date, I guess. Modern, like
Yeah.
The
But-
cultural references, you mean?
yeah. A lot of them are making fun of like NFTs and stuff, so that's kind of funny.
That's cool.
They're all right. They're all right.
I like that.
I like Futurama.
Yeah.
I should give them another go.
I
We're
know,
still getting
right?
through. We're still getting through 30 Rock. We just started the 4th season.
Oh, I could tell.
You're always constantly referencing it.
Any quote? I'm pretty sure there was a quote from it to start.
This week and last week.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they've both been 30 Rock. I mean, the show's quotable. It's got some good lines in
Well,
there.
this week and last week, my quotes were from The Simpsons. Probably the same episode too.
Nice. You're still working your way through that?
Hell yeah, man! You could do that forever. It's fucking The Simpsons, man. It's crazy.
Are you gonna stop at like 14 or 15? Or are you just gonna do it? You're just gonna go for the new
No, I'm
seasons?
probably just gonna stop at whatever Zorch has on his thing.
Whatever's limited to what you've
Yeah.
got to watch. Got it.
Whatever
That
I can
makes
stream,
sense.
for free.
Sure. Which you obviously do legally with Disney Plus, right?
Oh yeah, we bought the rights for them so we can stream them.
Nice. Did you watch anything, Dr. Scientist, you want to talk about?
Just Futurama.
Futurama.
I literally didn't watch anything else.
I got so much shit to talk about. I want to talk about a horror movie, a sequel that is 10 times, 15, 20 times better than the original.
Spit it out.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Why fucking?
Ouija 2 Origins.
Oh, I never saw the first one.
Are you sure it's a sequel?
Yes.
It seems like
it's
an
called
Because
Ouija
there's
2.
so many Ouija movies.
It's got to be a sequel to one of them.
I guess, yeah.
It's from my boy Mike Flanagan. It was one of his earlier horror films, and it was a sequel to a movie, obviously called Ouija, big budget studio movie that was really bad. Like it was not good at all.
I've seen at least 3 movies called Ouija.
I know there's a lot of them. It's not like the name is licensed or anything, but
Yeah.
this one, Ouija 2 Origins,
All right.
is the prequel film to that shitty Ouija version.
Oh,
And,
is it about?
It's very good.
Yeah, go ahead. What's it about?
It starts with this woman who's a medium, a psychic, and she's kind of a con artist because it starts with her in her home doing like a reading or whatever.
Yeah.
And then after they leave, like all this crazy shit happens, and then the people get kind of freaked out and they leave. And then it turns out it was her kids helping out, like doing freaky candle stuff and making noises and such. And then it turns out they actually find a Ouija board and unlock something terrible in the house. And like the little kid gets possessed, sort of, by a demon. It's pretty good. It's freaky.
So that's where they find the original Ouija from Ouija.
Exactly.
Oh.
And it's same guy who did Oculus, which was good.
Oh,
So
nice. Yeah. I like the Oculus.
I'm going to go ahead and give it the recommend.
All right. Fucking right. Yeah. Oh, it's on the list now.
And I'm also making my way through the VHS movies.
They're okay.
They all blend together in my
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah, they really do. Like I'm not kidding. 20 minutes reading through the synopsis of the VHS series to see which ones I wrote, because it's not like there's VHS, then there's VHS 2, and then I
Yeah.
think the next one's Viral, then 94, then 85 or something like
89
that, and they just kind of like they all very much mix together. But I guess you could watch them in any order. It's mostly like just an anthology thing.
Yeah. It's just a fun way to do an anthology.
But I watched VHS 2, which I had not seen.
I can't even tell you if I saw it.
It was the one with the guy who got like a bionic eye implant and could see ghosts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that doesn't sound
I
familiar. to me.
probably saw it one time.
Yeah.
And there was one with this camera crew who was interviewing this guy. I think it was in Indonesia, and he's like running a cult, and they go to interview him at the compound, and that's when the end of the world scenario kicks off, and it's very, very gnarly.
Oh, that sounds neat.
I like the VHS movies. There's very few where I've watched the sequences and I've been like, that was completely worthless.
Yeah, they're all fun.
One of the fun ones, which I didn't love, but it was kind of fun, and I'm glad I saw it. It was about a guy who, because, they always have to make a reason for why people have these cameras, right?
Mhm.
But this guy is like, he was like a mountain biker. And you know how those dudes like run down trails and they put like GoPros on their head
Right.
and on their bike? He has a GoPro on his head and he's driving down and he sees this lady that's like screaming for help. And he's like, oh my God, help. And she turns into a zombie and bites him. And then it's basically like POV of a zombie
Oh, that's
for the rest of the thing. It's like 10, 15 minutes. It's perfectly enough time to get that idea across and then be like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. I recommend the VHS movies. I think they're creepy and and fun.
I watched a fun movie.
Oh, yeah?
You guys ever see Greedy People?
Nope.
With Joseph,
I've heard of it.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's just like a weird cop.
Is it good?
I had a good time watching it. It's like he's a cop. His partner accidentally kills somebody. They cover it up. They find $1 million. And then
Why can't I find $1 million?
it's a whole bunch of shady people just fucking killing each other and trying to get the $1 million type of thing.
Is it like that one that was based on a true story with Zach Galifianakis robbing the bank? Do you remember that one?
No.
I think it was literally called like Stupid People or something like that.
Oh, yeah, where he gets like some woman like catfishes him or something that makes him do shit for her.
Yeah, and it turns out that she's working with these people to like rob a bank
Yeah.
or his place of work or whatever it was.
It's kind of like just this guy's a rookie cop and he accidentally kills somebody and his partner just helps him cover it up because they find $1 million sitting there and they're like, what the fuck? And they cover it up, try to make somebody else take the fall, and then a whole bunch of people are conspiring to get the money and shit.
I was talking about the movie Masterminds, by the way, but I did see that came out and exists, and I was intrigued because I usually like what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's doing.
No, he's always a good actor.
Yeah.
He seems like one of those actors too that's like, you know what? I have enough money. I'm just kind of gonna do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, he'll take a good script and try to make it decent. But yeah, it was a good
fun
time.
romp.
There's a great scene where 3 people die in like 10 seconds. You're like, what the fuck? It's just so fun. Like watching people die over this stupid bullshit movie. It's good stuff.
Who is the other guy? Himesh Patel? I've seen him before.
I've seen a lot of these people.
Wasn't he in the Sound of Metal? Is that him?
No.
No, that's Riz Ahmed.
Oh.
Yeah. You think
Patel was in
awesome.
Tenet.
What
That
did
was
I
a
see
weird
him
one.
For?
Four Lions.
Oh, he was
Well,
he was
no.
also the guy.
The other guy.
I think I'm one of the very few people that saw the movie yesterday. That one where the dude is riding his bike, gets hit by a car, and he wakes up in a world where no one's ever heard of the Beatles.
Oh.
So he just becomes a famous singer singing Beatles songs. He was the guy in that movie.
Okay. Yeah.
It was pretty forgettable. It wasn't that great, unless you really love the Beatles. So if you're 80 plus, it's awesome.
I just remember JGL and that there's a guy from fucking Oh Brother Where Art Thou in it, like the young dorky kid guy brother.
Man, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? So great.
Yeah, it's classic.
I didn't watch it, but it's
It's
fantastic.
classic.
I mean, I've seen it, but I didn't watch it for this.
Yeah.
Simon Rex is in Greedy People too.
Oh
Fuck
yeah. Check
Jim
it out.
Gaffigan.
It's a good time.
I should check Lily James. I should check this out. It was kind of on my list. It was soft on my list. I saw it and I'm like, that's probably good. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna do it. Do it.
All right, good shit, man.
I also watched another great horror movie. I think we've all sung its praises by now. Ready or Not. That's a fucking fun one.
That's wacky. I love it.
That is wacky, fun. It's like the biggest budget slapper I've seen ever. It's. I don't know if it slaps enough, but it's slappy.
Well, yeah, the ending slaps hard.
Dude, it's so great. And I don't know why. Like,
That's Samara Weaving too, right?
yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's a movie star. Everyone who was in that movie was great. Like, she was the only one that anyone ever liked. Like, everybody else was a piece of shit, and they played piece of shit so well.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Dr. Scientist?
No.
Where they play fucking hide and seek.
No.
But long story short, this woman who's played by Samara Weaving marries into this insanely wealthy family. Like, you know, they own 4 sports teams, wealthy.
Yeah, it's like Parker Brothers or whatever because they're like a big fucking board game family.
So the story is they started in board games, and if whenever someone marries into the family, they have to meet at midnight of that night and play a game.
I kind of remember you talking about that before.
Yeah, we've probably talked about it before.
And sometimes it's like checkers, and sometimes it's hide and seek where you need to be murdered before the sun comes up or this family loses their fortune.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
It's fucking wacky, dude. You gotta check it out.
Sounds like a cabin in the woods type of thing.
It's not as meta, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And the ending, it's worth it for the last 3 minutes of it.
Yeah, really.
Absolutely. But if you haven't seen it out there, check it out. It's from 2018. It's fun.
Yeah, damn good time.
And then I watched one other thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
Have you guys ever heard of the film Alien Raiders?
No.
Okay. I remember seeing it when it came out, I think in like 05 or 06. I forget exactly when it happened. But the story is, I wish they didn't put alien in the title because that's kind of like the big twist of this. But it's a grocery store. It's a grocery store. It's like 5 minutes before close. you know, you got like one or two customers and the people that work there, small town bullshit. And then all of a sudden, everything's interrupted by these people with fucking guns. Like, everybody get down. They close the door. They lock it. Everybody's in there. And they just start, like, this one dude just walks up to people and, like, puts his hands around their head. And is like, that person's fine. They're like, okay. Then another person's like, no, no, no. And everyone just starts shooting the dude. And you're like, what the fuck
It's like
is
that
going
episode
on?
where Key and Peele kill the people who are aliens when they're.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, kind
It's a
of.
great
Yeah,
skit.
they take it much more seriously in this, and it's a very low budget, but it's for what it is. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Alien Raiders. It's gory as hell.
Oh,
It's
well,
kind of
well.
like The Thing mixed with a Siege movie. I guess you could say that The Thing is a Siege movie, but it's kind of like those. It's fun. Check it out.
Sweet.
But that's all I watched.
You know what else I watched though?
Oh, what'd you watch?
I watched the first half hour of Borderlands.
Oh.
I
Riveting, wasn't it?
I don't want to talk about it yet. We might do a Plotty time watch, but I mean, the first half hour, I was like, I don't see all the hate.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. I fell asleep watching it, but
That's why you saw the first half hour.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
plan to
we'll
watch
see.
the whole thing. Okay. Okay. I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it. Maybe I'll do a Plotty Time reacts to it.
yeah, definitely should. I'll do that with you because
I'm gonna check it out. So many people talk so much shit about it. Like my bar is so low right now. Like I may watch it and be like, yeah, it's okay.
yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking when I was watching like the first half hour. I was like, this isn't that bad. I mean, I don't remember the Borderlands 1 story fucking beat for beat, but
Maybe it's just a thing where, you know, you just had Fallout come out and hit real hard. It's just like, oh, they're starting to get video game properties right. And then this comes out, and I think that might have amplified the hate for it. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Well,
just
Jack Black
speculating.
and Roland definitely miscast, but the rest of the cast seemed all
It's
right.
half the cast.
Why didn't you just use the same voice from the fucking dude who did
That's what I'm saying.
Claptrap the entire time?
And
That
I
would've-
don't understand why Krieg's a huge part of it.
I don't think I
Was
ever
he?
played as Krieg. I don't even know if I downloaded the DLC that he was part of ever.
Was he a playable character?
He was,
Borderlands 2.
but yeah, he was like the second DLC for Borderlands 2 after the
it was like
Necromancer.
months after
I
the
think.
Necromancer.
Oh yeah, I never played that then. Yeah.
It might have been like a year after release. I don't remember, but it
Yeah.
was way later. And I don't know if I've ever played it as maybe. Well, if he's that forgettable, they probably shouldn't have fucking made him one of the main characters of
No,
this.
put Brick in there, man. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
they
Or
could
Roland.
easily had Brick
Yeah.
and Mordecai.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said Roland. I meant Mordecai. You're right. It would have. I was surprised Mordecai apparently isn't in it.
Yeah.
But
Maybe that's why everyone hates it, but I don't know. I'll give it a watch, a real watch one of these days, but teaser.
okay, okay. There we go.
Did you play anything this week?
I played more Cyberpunk. I'm getting deeper into it, and my only difference in analysis between last week and this week is there's so much fucking talking in this game.
Oh, yeah. That's what trying to cut me off of it. It's like
So much.
I get it.
Is it talking you can skip?
Yeah, you can just
Yes.
fast
you can,
skip
like,
through it.
Fast forward it, and it does like a weird VHS digital thing that like jumps the person,
Yeah.
which I guess is kind of neat. It's within the aesthetic. I'll let that happen. But I just like right now I've got these main story missions to do, and I just don't feel like doing them because I remember them from last time I played, and they're long. There was a whole mission I just did, which was just recon for the big mission that's coming up after it, and it's just two people fucking talking to each other the entire time.
Oh, is that where you have to infiltrate the guy's apartment?
No, you have to infiltrate the Arasaka base.
Oh, yeah.
So you can I don't know, put a virus on the parade float. So for the next mission, what's his name?
Oh, right. Yeah.
What's his name can sneak onto the parade float so that he can tell Yorinobu that her brother didn't.
It's
care. I don't like
convoluted is the word.
I will say this about the story for Cyberpunk 2077. It starts strong. Act 1, I will honestly say, is good. Like it is good. I love the world they build. I love everything up to the heist where you steal the thing from Arasaka and see Yorinobu kill his dad.
Yeah, that's
like,
where I quit, man. It's
that was awesome. Like that was the best part of the whole thing. And then the story is just a
boring,
downward
monotonous
spiral from there,
bullshit,
which
man.
is crazy because that's when fucking Keanu Reeves comes in your brain.
Yeah.
And that's all still super boring.
Yeah.
I get so tired of fucking Johnny Silverhand. All right. We don't need to make this a Cyberpunk.
Well, I played a game that I actually kind of like, Poppascotch.
Yeah, please. Change this up.
Yeah, let's
It's
go.
a Metroidvania called After Image.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, you play as it's just a Metroidvania. I mean, what else?
Well,
can I
that's
say?
all I need to know.
Yeah. I like about halfway through it, I think. The only problem is sometimes it's not exactly clear where you have to go. If you're fast forwarding through the text, you might miss what was said.
As long as there's not crazy amounts of text.
Well, I was just like beep, beep, beep. And I kind of just scan it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit, where was I supposed to go? They just told me and I wasn't paying attention. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
I have this huge list here, and half of them are movies and half of them are games, and I don't know which are which.
But Afterimage, if you find it cheap, I believe I found it on sale a while ago, but it's pretty good.
All right. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm
You'll
always
probably
good
like
for a Metroidvania.
It's huge map. Huge.
Nice.
Which means you can get lost and backtrack a lot.
That's great for Metroidvanias. I hate it for open world games. I used to love it for open world games. Now I just can't get into it.
I started also playing a little bit of the Evil Dead
Oh, yeah?
because I said I always wanted to go back to it, and apparently they made it easier.
Oh, for single player shit?
Yeah, because it's designed to be played with 4 people.
Yeah.
But there's like a world roam where you can just run around and like get used to the game and kill some enemies.
Oh, nice.
But you can't like upgrade your people unless you play the missions or with other people.
Understood.
So it's still, I mean, I will say they nailed the design. The gameplay is pretty fun, but I just wish there was some other mode where it wasn't the multilateral multiplayer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just like a single player story mode.
Yeah, they do have 6 single player missions, they call them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same format as the multilateral. Like you have to go find pieces of the map, then you got to do this thing, then you got to do this, then you got to exfil. Like it's very much Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
In that kind of mission thing. But I wish there was another way you could unlock characters and stuff without having to do just that. Because eventually you're just playing the 6 missions over and over, or you're trying to do the mission, like the main game by yourself, and you suck because it's designed for 4 people.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to get it so we can try to do it too.
Yeah, stream that.
Stream that shit. Yeah.
I mean, it's fun. And the
Any
aesthetic,
fans
the
wanna stream
weapons.
Is it comedy? Is the comedy still hit and shit?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can play as like, oh my God, there's like 20 characters from across all of them, like different versions of Ash. The TV show people are in there,
And
the different movies.
Syintist, I'll stream with a fan. Let's go.
Yeah, everyone's too scared to like send us an email
I know.
and try to stream with us. It's crazy.
Like, I'll
just-
play anytime, man. I'm
such
free
cool
almost
dudes.
all the time.
I just had that thing, so I'm a lot less free, but we
You're a
will.
little tied up, but yeah.
We'll tie it up right now, but we'll schedule some streams. We'll make some stuff happen.
Right.
But if that's all we got, you guys want to go ahead and head into the vibe check?
I'm ready for some
I'm ready
vibes.
to check some vibes, bro.
I mean, there's not much going on here. This has been a slow news couple weeks, but I thought it was a very fun article that came out where Shinji Mikami. I haven't been saying a lot of Japanese names lately, so I'm losing.
I
it
don't
again.
know why you would.
Shinji Mikami, wasn't he the guy who did Evil Dead last week?
No, this is the guy who created Dino Crisis.
Oh.
And he said he was very shocked to hear that people actually want another Dino Crisis game.
Why?
How unplugged are you from the world? Like, we've been begging here. They obviously haven't been listening to our podcast. We've been begging here for
I'm going to
years.
send him one.
And Jay, just so you know, it is the same Shinji Mikami who did Evil Within.
Oh, he did do Evil Within.
Oh, really? He
Yeah.
also did he create Resident Evil 2 and Dino Crisis and the Evil Within?
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Well, he's very much plugged into the video game world. How does he not know people want more Dino Crisis?
Well, Dino Crisis recently became like
Yeah, it kind of picked up steam again. somehow.
meme-ish somehow. I don't know how. But
Well, it was
it
probably,
was probably
from
our episode.
Yeah,
it was
probably.
probably the episode we did on January 2019. That's the one that finally kicked in. It became part of the zeitgeist.
They call it the Plotty time effect.
Yeah. The episode comes out and
5
then
years later.
completely just completely unrelated. 4.5 years later, it gets some steam. 5.5 years. Fuck me.
Wow.
That's right. Are we in season 6?
Yeah.
Year 6? God damn. People need to start telling your friends about this. We got to get some
Like
numbers
fucking
up.
for
Come on,
real,
guys.
man.
But yeah, I just thought that was very interesting that he's like, fans had come to him and said they really, really want more Dino Crisis. And he's like, I'm really surprised to hear that. Never would have thought.
I thought
And he's
everyone
like-
loved Dino Crisis.
I guess his the way he externalized it was, I thought Monster Hunter had enough dino action. And it's like, yeah,
It's not the same
Sure.
game, dude.
yeah. I want to kill like raptors with a shotgun. Let's do this. Come on. With today's graphics, what are we doing, guys?
Well, yeah, it's kind of like Forbidden West. What was that game?
Horizon.
Horizon. Yeah, mechanical dinos.
You're right, but I don't know. It's not the same.
No, it's definitely not.
Let's get a multiplayer fucking Dino Crisis in here.
No, why is it gotta be multiplayer, Dick?
And then
I want to play it by myself.
everything has to be that or live service. That's the only two games anyone's making. But there was another game that it recently came into the news that years ago this game was canceled in development. But at some point, Activision was going to make a Crash Bandicoot Spyro crossover game.
Okay.
I guess I could see that.
Why?
It was greenlit by Activision, and then it was canceled early in development because Crash Bandicoot 4 didn't sell well. And they wanted,
yeah.
guess what? Activision wanted to focus more on live service titles like Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, what a fucking shock.
But still, like those are two other franchises people want to see more of.
Yeah, but it's not live serviceable, so
Yeah, I guess not.
companies don't give a shit.
But Astrobot came out. Have you guys seen any of that? I'm thin on fucking news today, guys.
No, it looks fun. I will say that, but I mean, I probably won't play until it's free.
Didn't we both play the free one that came with the PlayStation 5?
Yeah, I never even finished it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
It was neat. It did a lot with the controller and brought you into the PS5.
It was very much a love letter to like the history of PlayStation because every time you unlocked a new collectible, it was like the fucking PS1 multi-tap
Oh yeah, the
or
PSP,
like some other
yeah,
the PSP, like other peripherals and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
I was like, oh shit, they made a Sony PlayStation mouse. Nice.
Yeah, but I
I'm
don't
not
know, what
gonna
are they going
spend-
to do in this one?
They are introducing a lot of characters from
Like its
all
own
over.
world.
Yeah, like all over the history of PlayStation. Like Kratos is in it. You know, all these.
A sack
Alloys
boy
in
and
it.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah, like a Sackboy type skin. You know what I mean?
yeah.
With Astrobot. It looks fun. I'll play it eventually. After, I get through my Chell and Call of Duty phase this year.
Obviously, it would never stop. It's
No,
just
the-
a continuation.
I mean, if the game's half as good as Cold War Zombos, I'm going to be playing it a while.
I hope it's twice as good.
Me too. I need this win, guys.
Yeah,
I need
fucking
this
let's
win.
go. We need to fucking stream something that people watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely we do. And might as well play a new game that came out, right?
Exactly.
But all right, let's get into the game. All right, let's get into the game, guys. How about it? This week, we are talking about a classic game I've played through twice just on my own.
I played through it too.
I played through it once
Ghostbusters, the video game.
when it first came out. And I don't remember.
I don't remember any of
this
it.
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't remember a lot either. And then I played it again when it came out, the remaster, I don't know, the last year. I definitely talked about playing it on this
Yeah,
podcast.
you did.
But I still remembered 40%.
I remember the first two missions.
Yeah, I remember. No, I only remember the museum and
The
the
Sedgwick.
hotel. Yeah, that was it.
But this game, Ghostbusters, a video game, originally released June 16th, 2009. Not a lot of big ticket releases around this time, but we did have Red Faction Guerrilla on June 2nd, which I believe we did.
Sounds familiar?
I don't know if we did Gorilla.
Oh, we might have done the first Red
Yeah,
Faction.
yeah,
Guerrilla, I
maybe.
think, was the sequel. Then another game, and this is, like I said, there were not many bangers, so I had to pull from my own experience. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 10 came out on June 8th.
Love Tiger Woods.
Put a lot of time into that one. And then June 9th was a game that we did cover, Prototype.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I can't believe that's from 2009.
I know.
15 years ago, dude.
Those, like, anything between like 2008 and I'd say 2015 is just a blur. It's just a complete blur for me.
Yeah, same. And they're all like, yeah, those were good.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what happened in them?
No.
I played the shit out of it though.
Yeah, I played fucking for. I remember talking to the painting for a while.
So box office that week. Number 6, kind of at the end of its run, but the new reboot of Star Trek.
Oh, the newest one?
Yeah, in 2009, the one with
That
what's his
movie's
name?
15 years old?
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
long it's been since I've been to a theater, probably.
The Abrams one.
Yeah.
Chris
I
Pine.
saw
There
the
it is.
second one, but yeah.
I have not. I've been to a theater twice since COVID.
Isn't that
Wow.
That's wild.
I saw Deadpool and Wolverine like a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah, you go to theaters all the time.
I do.
I
Usually
just-
by
That's
myself.
Yeah.
I used to love going to the theater by myself. Going to the Alamo, getting a whole bunch of food, getting dinner and a movie.
Yeah, going somewhere to eat by yourself and going to a movie, it's great.
Oh no, I ate at the movie at the Alamo.
Oh, yeah, we don't have
so
an
that was
Alamo
even.
around
It was
here.
perfect.
No, sometimes you just go to Copperhead Grills right by one or PJ Willahan's.
Well, don't you have the Roxy right around you too?
Yeah.
Now that they're playing
They play-
newer
yeah.
movies.
sneaking a burrito from Chipotle. You know, you got yourself a little party there.
Fucking A, man.
Then number 5 was Land of the Lost, the Will Ferrell movie.
I like that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I don't recall. I might have.
I might have seen it, but I don't remember it at all. If I did,
I actually like it. You should check it out. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Number 4 that week was Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. I think that's the second one.
Yeah.
I never saw any of those movies.
That's written by fucking Dangle from
Really?
Reno 911. Yeah.
Good for him. Number 3 was the remake with John Travolta, I think, of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
About a subway
Not as good.
money car heist. No, it wasn't as good as the original. The original's intense.
Yeah, Travolta fucked it up.
Number 2, Up.
Oh,
Never seen it.
Yeah, that's a heartwarming tale you should watch.
Yeah, I mean, everyone talks about the first 10 minutes being so brutal, and it absolutely is.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
People die. What are you going to do?
Yeah, you're right. And then number 1 that week was The Hangover.
Jesus. Wow. Big week for movies, though.
Just go watch Up. It's the only good one he's mentioned.
Oh, The Hangover was big.
Yeah, but I said good.
I said big.
You know, I go to Vegas every year for work, and they still pump Hangover merchandise everywhere.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure Chads go there all
Everywhere.
the time and buy it.
Yeah, like the baby with the sunglasses t-shirts and all those tacky fucking Vegas souvenir shops. So many of them. Anyway, this week in news, story I don't remember, but I thought this was fucking crazy. June 11th, 2009, a Texas mother was hit by lightning while standing in her kitchen in her home. Witnesses say lightning came through a light fixture, struck her chest, exited her foot, and then she survived after 3 days in the hospital.
Fuck that. That better kill me if I get struck by lightning.
Doubt it was lightning.
That is fucking nuts.
It could have been.
It was probably just
People do survive lightning strikes.
Yeah, but it's not going to come through your light switch or light.
What if it was just like a bad ceiling?
It could be a bad ceiling, Dr. Syintist.
Yeah, I never thought of that. I'll give him that. It's a bad ceiling.
All right,
You're
fuck
right.
you guys.
And then this one is strictly for Dr. Syintist. I usually don't include these in our things, but I'll let him have one. June 12th, 2009, Stanley Cup Final, Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, Michigan versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins edge out Detroit 2-1 for a 4-3 series win. It's the Penguins' third championship.
I remember watching that game.
Whoop, whoop. I'm sure you bought all the merch after that.
I did. I still have it.
Yeah.
I remember I was sitting at the hotel watching it.
The P-Town Hotel.
Oh, such a good game. Yeah. And there was one other Penguins fan with me there.
Nice.
Was that the same year? I don't think it was. I think this was like a couple years earlier. That famous 4 overtime game that went to 2:30 in the morning.
That was against the Flyers.
Oh, that was 2004 maybe?
Yeah, it was earlier than that. It was probably 99,
Really?
2000.
I read an article that was the oral history of that game, and it was all the players who were in it talking about the experience, and it was fucking hilarious.
It was. I remember because I was watching it at my neighbor's house in college, and I had a test, and he had a test, and he was a Flyers fan, and I was a Penguins fan. We had a test at 9:00 in the morning, and the game was going on. We're like, all right, well, someone's got to score this overtime. Nope. Then you wait another hour for that one to go to the next. And it was just,
Oh, that test must have sucked.
it did.
And then June 12th, again, same day, the all television broadcast in the United States switched from analog NTSC to digital ATSC transmission.
Oh, I remember.
Oh,
that.
yeah, that was a big
it's pretty
day.
good time.
It was a big day. And then June 22nd, 2 Metro subway trains collide in Washington, D.C., killing 9 and injuring over 80.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
People thought it was a terrorist attack and shit.
yeah, it was. Just,
That's wild. How does that even happen?
This game was released for PlayStation 3, PC, and Xbox 360, developed by Terminal Reality, published by Atari Interactive. It is an action-adventure ghost capturing sim. And Chump, you picked it this week, so how about you lead in this game? Tell us what it's all about.
ghost catching sim.
I'm getting clever with the type of genres these are.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I like it.
I mean, like we said, we all played it. I played the remaster recently, a couple years ago, I think. And dude, the game it feels right. Like the way you capture the ghosts, it feels
like a
good.
Ghostbuster, yeah.
It feels good.
If you don't know what a Ghostbuster is, then
Go watch the movies.
yeah.
We can't help you at this point if you don't know what that is.
This one's one of those video games where it's you should know. It's not, you couldn't just stumble into this. It's called Ghostbusters, the video game. So you knew it
Yeah,
came
for
from
sure.
somewhere else, right?
For sure.
Well,
And it's supposed to be the third movie.
yeah.
Yeah, because
It happens in November 1991 during Thanksgiving in New York, 2 years after Ghostbusters 2.
And everybody did the voice.
Yeah, it's
Even
everyone's
Bill
back.
Murray came back. Everyone's back. What's his name wrote it? The guy, Harold Ramis. Egon wrote it.
Did he do his voice before he died?
Yeah, because he died in 2014. I looked it up.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I guess I was watching the remake because it was dedicated.
Yeah,
to him.
yeah. They do like a dedication to him in the remake.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was involved. Dan Aykroyd helped write it. All the principals from the original movie were there.
Yeah,
which
it
is
was-
awesome. Like,
That's awesome.
how often does that shit happen? That's great.
For
Anyway,
real.
sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine, man. You play as rookie cadet.
Just named Rookie.
Yeah, named rookie. Apparently, the actual image is from some guy who had something to do with this, like fucking major producer or whatever.
Mhm.
And you're just you're trying out new equipment for him, which perfect excuse to have fun shit that wasn't in the movies, you know.
Absolutely.
And there's a Gozer exhibit at a museum.
I think they're just playing with fire.
I know, right? And some ghost shit starts happening. Some type of psi energy pulse rips through the city. It's actually a significant and centralized necromantic convulsion.
That's exactly what I
Level
was thinking.
7 or more.
Absolutely.
Ooh, how high does that scale go up to?
I don't know. I assume 10.
7.
I assume 10.
Oh.
They said 7 or more. And I
Yeah.
gotta assume like 10 is just like leveling everything. That's what I came up in my mind, and that's a lot of logical leaps I took.
Yeah, same. But same logical leap. So, well, the pulse somehow frees Slimer from his containment unit. It like breaks the glass. Slimer gets out. And there's like a little training segment here where you have to fight another ghost in the
Practice catching ghosts.
Yeah, you know, blah blah blah. And then you're off to the Sedgwick, where Ray's like, well, that's probably where he's going because that's where he caught him the first time.
Yeah, Slimer's running away.
Yeah, so we're gonna go there. You go to the Sedgwick. You're there with Peter and Ray. You fight a whole bunch of ghosts. Slimer's in a ballroom again. You capture him. You fight a fisherman ghost.
There was also a line that I thought was interesting where Ray said something about like, oh yeah, I read about it when I was in the seminary. And I was like, fucking wait, what?
Really?
When was Ray in the seminary? Because I just assumed, and you know, again, maybe logical leaps, but in the first movie, they're all just like academics at the university.
Well, Ray's not though.
Isn't he? I don't know.
maybe.
I thought they all like had a workshop there, or maybe
He might
like,
have been like a student even there. I don't know.
yeah, like they didn't seem like they were that far removed from college or academia.
No,
Well,
but I
maybe
mean,
they
he
were.
could have been in the seminary straight out of fucking high school or whatever they go into.
I just thought that was an interesting character development they dropped in.
That was neat. Thank you for that. So fight a bunch of guys. Slimer's in a ballroom. You know, you can capture him here. Fight the fisherman ghost.
I wonder where Winston is this whole time.
Where is
It
he?
was his night off.
Oh.
And then they, like, when they go to the Sedgwick, they're like, someone fucking call him. Because this was pre-cell phones.
Oh, yeah, it's 91.
And then, like, by the end of the Sedgwick level, he's outside. Like, he finally shows up.
Right. Well, and you fight a fisherman ghost. You fight an animated golem creature.
More ghosts?
Yep. Well, golem, really? Is that considered a ghost? I guess if it's a poltergeist, it's
Yeah.
using. Yeah, whatever. And then, oh shit, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man's back.
Of
God
course
damn.
he is.
Fucking Gozer again?
Gozer's destructor form, right? And Ray's like, dude, I didn't even think about it this time. What the fuck?
Yeah, they explain it away later
Yeah.
with one of Ray's theories, I guess. Which, whatever, I'll buy it.
Fight some animated gargoyles, some opera ghosts, kill the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
That's one of the only parts I actually remember from the game.
Yeah, for real. Like, this is where it ended. This is where I stop remembering anything.
It looked fucking cool as hell when you're hanging off the building shooting down at the
Yeah.
Stay Puft as he's trying to climb it. It looked fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That was
it
great.
was great. Yeah, it was fucking awesome. It was perfect for us who grew up with fucking Ghostbusters, you know?
But it
Hell
was
yeah.
like it was like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man was looking for something.
Almost.
think?
Like he was almost like a rampage character.
Yeah, kind of.
Breaking in windows, looking for some woman in a red dress.
Huh.
Flashback.
Huh.
Well, he's looking for someone. Turns out to be, he was looking for the Sumerian expert who happened to be a guest curator, Eliza Sellerg.
Salmon?
Oh, yeah.
Selman, yeah.
My handwriting is atrocious.
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Alyssa, yeah.
Yes.
It was with an I.
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
I wonder if Venkman's going to be creepy to her at all.
Well, guess what? Venkman shows up and he's like hitting on her hard.
That's not creepy at all.
No, that's classic Venkman, dude. Fucking receding hairline hitting on a 20-year-old.
They could have toned him down a little bit.
But
A
really,
little.
I mean, that's what Venkman is, though.
That's true, but I felt like in the movies, like even though he's doing it, like when he comes on his hardest in the first movie is when Dana's like floating and it's all played for laughs.
Yeah.
And in this, it was like he was very much like, hey, what are you doing? Like, hey, maybe I should escort the lady. It was like too much.
Yeah, he just
But
comes
I don't
off too horny here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was actually like that in the movies and I should revisit him again.
Oh, he was.
He was. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
But then Walter Peck shows up, which, if you remember from the movies, he's a real Peck. You know what I mean? They say that a couple times in here. But he shows up with the mayor, and he's like, well, you got to work with Peck now, because Peck's the supervisor of Peacock, which is the Paranormal Contracts Oversight Committee, because the Ghostbusters have city contracts now. They're officially working for the city, and
That's probably a liability thing.
yeah, well, they're insured somehow.
Yeah, they said something like when they were talking to the guy at the hotel that the city pays the Ghostbusters now. Like they don't get paid by the individual person anymore.
Yeah, which I just
And
brought
they're
this up
insured,
before
yeah.
we started recording. I was like, Syintist, how much were they charging these people? If 5 people made a living off of this.
Using unregulated.
Yeah, charging people
Nuclear
to get rid of
accelerators.
ghosts. Because they have to pay the secretary too. I mean,
And, they're on 24/7.
yeah.
I guess, yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. I'd like to see how much they charge people. Anyway.
But before we get into it, I do have to mention, I'm sorry I keep jumping in, but the mayor is voiced and has the likeness of Brian Doyle Murphy, Bill Murray's real life brother. I said Murphy, but it's
Yeah, I was
Murray.
going to say, that
Sorry.
kind of doesn't make sense.
Brian Doyle Murray.
Yeah.
He was also the head boss guy in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of shit.
He's always around. He's great. I love him.
Yeah, he's good stuff. So the crew decides to check out the museum, considering, that's where this whole fucking
Yeah, this whole thing started.
the pulse was coming from.
Stands to reason.
Right. So you get a call from Janine. Is that her name? The secretary?
Yeah, you're heading towards the museum.
Yeah, you're on your way to the museum. She calls. She's like, there's some shit going down at the library. Remember that lady from the original scene of original Ghostbusters?
Yep.
She's back.
Gray lady, they called her.
The gray lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you head over there, find some info about the collector who used the gray lady to get some rare Gozerian Codex book. And then he killed her. So
I thought that was pretty cool. They gave more
that was
context and
nice.
backstory.
It was like a back.
Yeah, they gave her a whole backstory. And
Because they never
Yeah.
caught her in the first one.
No.
They just scared her away or whatever. So that was cool. So she was killed by the collector. I don't know if they say his name here, but I don't have it written. So
no, they just called him the collector for a while.
okay. So he collected a whole bunch of books. They make their way into like a basement where he stored all these books.
Yeah, it was like a hidden hallway thing that went under the library, the New York Public Library, and he had his own individual supernatural library, which Ray was like
Yeah.
so excited to see. He's like, "Oh my god, this is great! We gotta get back here and get some of these books."
Well, you find out he's friends with the architect and all that jazz. So it makes sense. But you explore the collector's book collection for a while. You eventually grab the codex,
What kind of codex?
the Gozerian Codex,
Whoa.
of course.
Yeah.
And
What happened?
that's terrible, man. Now you got to fight her for real because you thought you hurt her and killed her, and then you grab the codex, and she's coming back. Now you got to fight her and capture her. Finally, he capture her, and Ray's like, it seemed too easy. I don't know what's going on here. Must want us to use some cross-dimensional portal that just appeared out of nowhere.
Were they implying that she was helping them,
Helping who?
helping the
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters find the codex?
Well, I think they mentioned at some point that she's kind of pissed at the collector guy.
Well, yeah, because the collector killed her, so
Yeah.
she's like, well, take him down.
It was more about her getting revenge than actually assisting the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like she could give a fuck about what happens in New York.
Yeah.
But you find this portal, you go in it, and then you find out Azitlar is the name of the collector now. Or he came back as Azitlar,
Yeah,
one
he
of
was
the Gozerian gods.
Yep. He turned himself into, I guess,
Right.
an avatar for him.
There you go. So you fight him, destroy him. You see a symbol on the wall.
Oh, I wonder what it could be.
I don't know. But you see like one of the symbols disappears when you kill him. Kind of like just turns off.
Yeah, it's weird.
You're like, oh my God, is this some type of map or something? Nah, you don't think
I'm
that
sure
yet.
It's okay.
You don't
I'm sure
think
it's
that
okay.
yet.
I'm sure it's okay.
Normal Ghostbusting shit they
Let's go
run
take
into.
this codex to the lab.
Yeah, let's do that. You find out some like There's some feeder system to summon another Destructor.
What?
And you're like, wait, we already fought the Destructor. The Destructor's dead. We killed him twice now. Well, it's to do with Shandor the Architect, Ivo Shandor.
They took this story element and they put it in the new Ghostbusters, not Afterlife, not Frozen Empire. The first one where they're in the Midwest, because they talk about Ivo Shandor and him being an architect and him designing these buildings in New York.
Yeah, that whole movie is basically trying to bring Gozer back.
Yeah, they're all about Gozer.
So I don't know if this game is this game canon?
I don't know. I saw a
they
YouTube
wrote
video that said, is this canon?
I should go back and watch those Ghostbusters movies and see if it mentions anything from this game.
Well, J.K. Simmons plays Ivo Shandor in Ghostbusters Afterlife. So, I mean, he's in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure, yeah, it's canon.
It might be.
We're not wrong.
I'm not gonna take that stance.
I will.
Maybe it's like Terminator. Like, you just
Yeah.
pick whatever fucking canon you want, and that's what it is.
Exactly. Well, anyway, this Ivo Shandor, he did some work. Like, I don't know, what's her nuts apartment from the first movie?
Yeah, the Central Park West famous building. I was there. I took a picture of it.
Nice.
Was it still destroyed?
Were the gargoyle dogs around?
No, they rebuilt it. The gargoyle dogs weren't up top, but that restaurant that Rick Moranis runs to, they make it look like it's a fucking mad dash for 500 yards. It's right there. Like that garden restaurant, it's right next to it.
The one that looks out into the park?
Yeah, like it's completely been remodeled, but
Yeah.
you can see there's the patio and then there's the doors with the glass. Like it's still
nice.
there. I forget what it's called, but it was pretty cool seeing it.
All right. Well, now there's some gala event going on at the museum. So you decide to check it out, sneak in there, as Ghostbusters are wont to do. They go through the loading dock or whatever, and there's ghosts all over the place, man.
Yeah, shit's going down.
Yeah, one of them kidnaps Alyssa.
Yep.
And then you find some information that the museum was found by a board of cultists that did a lot of culty shit, like, I don't know, there were like 3 or 4 of them that were all about this Gozer guy, and they just wanted to bring about the end or whatever the fuck they were doing.
I guess that's what they want Gozer
I
for.
don't know what they're doing. Try to rule the world, maybe. I don't get it. I think you find out, well, whatever.
Well, they want him to merge the ghost world and the real world.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we knew that yet.
That's somewhere
Oh,
around
yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's the next line. So you fight the chairman and you get chewed out by the mayor. So the chairman's just another boss. The mayor's like, oh, what the fuck you doing? Find out there's a plan in motion to bring about hell world into New York and destroy our world, just like take over our world. Because I think Ray or Egon says 2 worlds can exist in the same plane.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if they bring it over, we're definitely losing our world. So we got to fucking fight it. You know what I mean?
Word.
And you find out this symbol that you saw earlier, where the other symbols inside the symbol are disappearing. You see it on the ground, and it opens like a staircase. You walk down there, some weird shit under the museum, some black slime contraption.
I wonder if it's like the pink slime.
It's related.
Yeah, they're similar.
Really?
Yes. So you finish off the chairman here, because apparently you didn't kill him the first time. He just ran away. And then Peck shows up again. And you're like, something up with this guy. I really don't get it. Then you figure out this symbol's a mandala. Isn't that just like a spirograph picture? A mandala?
No, it's like a spiritual map.
No idea. Can't help it. Not the scientist here.
But it could be a spirograph thing.
Well, we'll
too.
mix
I don't
them
know.
together.
Okay.
All
Perfect.
right, spiritual map. And I think Winston finds out that it just fits right perfectly on the city map.
Oh,
And you're seeing these nodes that are disappearing, and they happen to be at the places you destroyed these major ghosts at.
Interesting.
So you're destroying these nodes. There's another node. You see what? There's a node in the middle of the Hudson River.
How can that be?
There's nothing there. Are we gonna have to go underwater? We're gonna have to scuba dive and fight some ghosts?
Maybe.
I don't know. Well, Alyssa might have something to do with this, because something's up with her. So you decide to check the Sedgwick again for some reason. Well, Peter's checking Peck's office. He's like, well, you 4 guys go check that out. I'm going to go to Peck's office and see what he's up to, because he's being shady as fuck, and I really don't trust him at all.
Well, you go back to the Sedgwick because it was part of the mandala.
Oh, and the symbol was still there.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So you get to the Sedgwick, and there's a sign on the door. It's like, closed to the public, especially the Ghostbusters. And you're like, well, that's fucked up.
It's a little targeted, right? I feel.
Yeah, we're still going in there.
Yeah, of course.
So you find the manager. He's like, dude, there's fucking ghosts everywhere. Do something. You're like, okay, well, I heard some tell of some spider witch. So, okay. Egon describes the mandala nodes, kind of like, he makes them in terms of a bus stop. So it kind of makes sense to everybody. He's like, well, I'm super smart, but this is what it's like. You're like, oh, okay, thanks. Great. Now let's fight this spider witch on the 13th floor.
There is no 13th floor at the Sedgwick Hotel, though.
There is now.
What?
Right?
That's
and Alyssa's told you previously that she was drawn to a door like 12, whatever. I don't remember the name.
Whatever.
But you go there, you fight the witch, you cleanse the node. You're like, fuck yeah, node
Should we be cleansing these nodes?
Shouldn't you be?
I don't know.
Good question. You're fucking with shit you don't know about, you know what I mean?
I guess the nodes were collecting spiritual energy for the Gozer or whatever.
Yeah, but
I think stopping them is worse.
Doesn't it seem like stopping the nodes that are leading to the main node would just make the main node get stronger faster?
Yeah, you should work inside out.
Right? I'm with you, scientists. These guys are idiots. So
We should be busting ghosts.
So you go to the final node in the Hudson River, and then you see Ivo Shandor's mansion just rises out of the water. You're like, oh my God, that's right. There used to be a little island here or something.
That everyone just forgot about
Yeah.
existing. I guess whatever Evo Shandor existed, when did he exist? I don't know. Whatever.
I assume it was like early
1900s, maybe?
1900s, yeah.
I don't know. They had some kind of...
They might have said the date and whatever, but...
I mean, he was
captains of industry
working with
meeting.
like,
Yeah.
it had to be the early 1900s because he was working with like steel and building these buildings out of steel. So, right? Like
yeah,
early skyscraper days.
that's what I assume, because he built the library and shit. What's the library been built in New York?
A long time ago.
Exactly. So the mansion rises from the water, and be like, oh shit, Alyssa must be of Shandor descent, because you see a painting that looks just like her.
No shit.
You're like, she must be a Shandor.
That's definitely what you think when you see a picture painted of somebody who looks like something.
That looks exactly
It
like.
must be related.
Must be related. It can't be, oh, is she a ghost? That would be my first fucking question.
Well, my first would think it was just a coincidence.
The New York Public
You
Library
idiot.
was established May 23rd, 1895.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's not as old
18
as I thought it was, actually.
Yeah, late 18s, early 19. Yeah, makes sense.
Wow.
So, well, she must be Shandor blood. It's the only thing that makes sense. And then you find out she was adopted, but then she was hired at the behest of Peck's like recommendation. So like, we knew Peck was acting a little shady.
I wonder if someone has possessed Peck.
Oh, you jumped to
Whoa.
that right away.
Yeah.
You don't think he's working with the Shandors?
Well, he's a dick, so he's got to be doing dick things in his
Yeah.
free time,
He's
right?
always been a dick. Yeah, you're right. So you work your way through the mansion. You see a putrid mass of hatred, bile, and anger. Quote. That's a quote. And it's producing the slime. It's producing the black slime. It's producing the pink slime. It's producing all the slime that's running through the city.
All the slimes. Slime Square.
Beautiful. And you're like, well, we better fucking close this shit. We better close this last node. This has to be the boss of this node. So you do that. You close the last node. You're like, yeah, we fucking did it. High fives all around. Let's go back to headquarters. We'll have a good time. You get to headquarters. You find out, guess what?
What?
Dipshit Peck turned off your containment unit again.
Are we sure?
We're pretty
They
sure.
assume he did.
Mm-hmm. They assume they did.
Well, yeah, they do
'Cause-
assume.
He did it last time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who else would have done it?
It went so well last time.
And Alyssa's been kidnapped.
And Annie Potts, aka Janine, like got knocked out and has no idea what happened.
Yeah, she's like, I just woke up. Alyssa's gone. Ghosts are everywhere.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Ghostbusters. And you're like, well, it must be It must be Peck. Ghosts are escaped. They're all off. They're running around. They're headed to Central Park. So you head to Central Park. Shit's going down, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a mausoleum fucking graveyard popping up out of
I
nowhere.
didn't remember this part.
This
at
whole
all.
part, yeah, blew my mind.
I
up.
did. I remembered this part because I remembered beating the game on the hardest difficulty. And I remember the moment where you had to tether the Ecto-1 to the gate. You had to kill a bunch of enemies before that, and it was so fucking hard.
Really?
That's the only reason I remember this
I don't
part.
remember this at all.
Oh, yeah. They're in Central Park shooting flying caskets and shit.
Yeah, well, you're not going to help me remember it now. I just watched a video of it and I still don't remember it.
Sure.
So you're like, well, we got to fucking fight our way to the center, man. You see Peck and Alyssa are there. They're held captive the whole time. You're like, oh, shit. Peck wasn't just a prick, just to be a prick. He must have been possessed. But he's not anymore. So what the hell's going on?
Well, then who did all this?
Oh, fuck. It's the mayor, dude. He's possessed.
Oh, the mayor was
The
possessed.
mayor?
The Shandor possessed the mayor, dude.
Of course he did.
fooled
The
you
one
all
in
along.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the one in power.
He's like, well, we're going to hijack all these containment ghosts because you fucked us over. We're going to take all your ghost power that you had sitting in a main location, and we're going to try to use that to open the fucking portal and destroy this world. And you're like, oh, well, as Ghostbusters, we can't let that happen.
Mm-mm.
He's like, well, I need Alyssa because I need her blood to come back to life because she's Shandor
I need
blood.
Shandor blood too.
Yep.
That's a lot of steps. There's a lot of steps to get Evo
is.
back.
A lot of bullshit out of nowhere just to make the game a little longer. Eventually, you beat Shandor, the architect, in the Hell World by crossing the streams to kill him, dude.
No, you never cross the streams.
Dude, flashback, crossing the streams. That's how you beat Gozer the first time. So, you beat him. He's dead. You get blasted back to Earth. Save Peck and Alyssa. Peter gets the girl for some reason.
Was confused with that, but
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
trauma bonds are real, I guess.
And then she gets slimed by Slimer just for a little, hey,
Good.
what's
She
up?
deserved it.
In case you forgot, this was about the Ghostbusters movie. And that's it, man. Life's back to normal. Everything's great.
That's the game.
Yep, but during the credits,
What? There's more?
there's a little bit more. The 4 OG Ghostbusters.
I actually stopped at the end of that. I didn't see any credits.
Well, yeah, there wasn't a credit scene, but I saw it on the wiki.
Oh,
The 4 OG Ghostbusters are like, nah, we really don't need a fifth person. Rookie, we're going to send you somewhere else and create another chapter of the Ghostbusters in another part of the city or another part of the country.
is it like Omaha, Nebraska?
It's kind of like a
Ghostbusters 2.
We'll make another one. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I remember reading in an interview at some point that was Dan Aykroyd's plan, like to keep the franchise going.
But without the original guys.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't there be ghosts in other parts of the country? Why couldn't they franchise it out like fast food places? You know what I mean?
Yeah, if this game took off, they could easily make multiple games elsewhere.
They could set it in any city in the world.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Oh, that would be a good one. Or just Paris or anywhere in Europe that has the hundreds and thousands of years of history.
For real.
I'm sure you could find some kind of connection. Ivo Shandor's cousin set up fucking Paris.
Or you can just make up a completely different ghost.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be Evo Shandor.
It can be anything. The
Or Gozer.
possibilities are endless. All right, that's the game. We did it. We're better people. And let's go ahead and move over to final thoughts.
Ooh,
right.
who wants to go for Syintist?
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll do Syintist. You go ahead there, Sir Chump Slap.
I think 2 in a row. You got it. Syintist.
Yeah.
Did watching this video make you want to bust some ghosts? Was the story pretty good or did it really lack at the most? And out of 27 stars, how many did this game boast?
Nice.
Did it make me want to play it? I did buy the remake. I never played it.
Ooh,
I should. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a possibility somewhere down the road that
It's
I'll play it
fun.
again. Yeah. I'm not in the mood to bust ghosts, though.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
This story worked for me. It's a cheesy old Ghostbusters story. You find some random ghost stuff, and all of a sudden at the end, you get the big ghost, kill it,
And Peter gets the woman.
and Peter gets the woman. Ray fucks a toaster.
No, Egon fucked the toaster.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought
Yes.
it was Ray.
No, Ray gets a hand job from a ghost.
Wait, was it Ray? Because he makes that, what's his name? Bill Murray makes the comment. He's like, "You're not sleeping with it, are you, Ray?" And both he and Egon just both look away. It's like, you dog.
I always
thought
assumed it was
Ray.
Egon.
I thought it was Ray.
I always assumed it was Egon.
We'll have to go watch the movie
Yep,
and find
yep.
out for sure. Google who fucked the toaster in Ghostbusters 2.
I'm all over it.
All right. I mean, it's what it is. It's a Ghostbusters movie. It's nothing special. There's nothing terrible about it. Well, I mean, it's not a great story in any sense of the word, but it's just your average Ghostbuster story.
Hold on. He says, you didn't sleep with it, did you? And he goes, Egon. Right. All right, whatever.
I don't know.
You dog.
I don't know. I'm feeling all right. I'll give it 7 stars.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's average.
Yeah, I was going to
7
give it
stars?
6, but talking about fucking toasters gives it an extra point.
Gave it. Okay.
What about
All
you,
right.
Poppascotch?
Oh, what are the questions?
Oh, shit. Did watching this video make you want to fight Evo Shandor?
Oh, there was such a bust over ghosts things you could have done, like bust a nut. Never mind.
I went with Evo Shandor.
Yeah, I know you did. Stick with that.
Was the story pretty good, or could it really explain more? And out of 27 stars, how many would you give this land or
Score?
or?
Yeah.
Oh, score, dumbass.
It was right there.
I'm so stupid.
Did watching me make me want to play it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking fun game. I played the remake and it was great. And they got rid of all the bullshit multiplayer trophies, the time score attack ones in each level.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's
definitely
good, 'cause
got the
that
numb.
sucked.
It did. That whole mode is gone in the remake. It's just a story. So yes, watching this made me want to play it. What's the story work for me? I think overall it worked, but like I feel like they tried to marry the worlds of video games and narrative films, and because they did that, it felt a little too over full. Like it felt like we didn't have to go to the Sedgwick twice. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
I kind of like the story. I like the idea that there are these things you have to close. I didn't love Ivo Shandor as a villain.
He's pretty weak.
You know what I mean?
Every Ghostbuster villain in every movie is weak, though.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true, but except for Gozer, man. Gozer's, well,
No, he gets destroyed so quickly.
still
Yeah, he doesn't even appear until the last 2 minutes.
And he gets killed instantly.
looks awesome, though.
I know he does.
So, did the story work for me? I think overall it did, but I don't want to let my nostalgia, and my love for the Jeezy Beezies take over my feelings here. So what score would I give it? I think it was fun. I think it was a really neat way to introduce the different types of guns or game modes, and not game modes, but the different types of guns. Like the tether one was fun. The slime one was fun. Seeing the pack on the back of somebody was fun. So I'm going to give it a 10.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it gets a 10. I don't think it was the strongest thing we could. I think like the Ghostbusters franchise, like 1 and 2, I think, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but the fact that they didn't have the money to make the grand vision they wanted to do, I think was a good thing because it forced them to scale down the stories.
Yeah. Just calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel like it's
not
natural.
Too grandiose.
Right. Like it doesn't feel natural in the world of Ghostbusters to like go into this other parallel world, and it doesn't really feel Ghostbusters for them to like completely take over and destroy and fuck up Central Park, which is now a graveyard. That was a little too much. So I'm going to give it a 10.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I still think, and the most important thing to me was it felt like Ghostbusters the whole time.
Right.
So your turn, Sir Chump Slap. Did watching this video make you want to do some ghost busting? Did the story work for you, or was it just completely disgusting?
Ooh.
And what score out of 27 stars you think you'd sprinkle a dusting?
I like it. You're getting better at this.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. It only took 6
We say
years.
that though quite a few times. And he's
When
fucked
he
it
hits
up
a good
pretty
one, yeah. We gave him a big head.
Don't worry, there's plenty of stinkers left in this chamber. Don't
right.
worry about
Good,
that.
good. Did watching this make me want to play it? Yeah. I kind of did want to play it again because I remember it being fun, super fun. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't out there. It's a good time. Did the story work for me? I mean, it did, but as Scotch said, going to the other worlds, that was never a Ghostbuster thing. Like the other worlds trying to creep into this world, that makes a lot of sense. Like when the mausoleum and shit's popping up in New York, I get that because that world's trying to come into our world. But when they got like transported there, it didn't really fit.
And
but
the whole mission on the island
yeah,
felt a little out of place.
They could have come up with anywhere actually, and they just made an island up.
yeah,
They drew the mandala the way they wanted. They could have picked another.
yeah. It didn't have to be.
It could have been an island, Ellis Island, and gone to the Statue of Liberty.
True.
They could have like picked
They already used the Statue of Liberty.
iconic building in New York. They could have used.
Yeah. Yeah, that was weird. And the fact that it was standing on two very strong crutches of the previous movies.
Yeah, it really did. You might be a little lost if you haven't seen the movies.
Yeah.
And you jumped into this game.
But all in all, good time, great characters, amazing. If you didn't even watch the movies, these guys were still good characters. So I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay, well, my math is correct. That gives us a final score of 26.
You're right this time.
Oh, shit. That's like last week almost.
It's higher.
One higher.
2 higher, I think.
I think
Yeah, it's too
one.
high. Last week we gave Evil Within a 24. Earlier this year we gave Borderlands the pre-sequel a 29. And then you have to go all the way back to find something close. Oh, Jesus Christ. Metroid Prime on March 9th, 2023. We gave that a 24.
Yeah, this is right in
Basically
there.
the same story.
Borderlands pre-sequel and Metroid Prime. Yeah.
Everyone compares those together, so it completely makes sense.
Yeah, and they're always like, what are you talking about, Ghostbusters?
All right, so there we go. 26. We're done with the game, so let's go ahead and move into the cool down topic.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so cold.
Sir Chump Slap, it was your pick this week, so you are on the hook to give us a cool down topic. So what do you got for us?
Have you ever bought a product, could be more expensive than the cheap version, but it's worth the money? You know what I mean?
Oreos.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say I don't know what the fuck they're called. Scrubby buddies?
Oh yeah, they were good.
Those sponges with like the smiley faces on them?
Yeah, for washing dishes.
Yeah. So good, dude. I went through so many of those fucking like 3 packs for $3 and they stink after like 2 days.
You're right.
These guys last forever. They might cost like $4 for one, but so good.
I don't remember when I started buying them. They just kind of appeared in my apartment one time, and I've never bought any other sponge since.
Yeah, you can't go back. I mean, it's wild. That's why I brought this up.
No, like those nasty green ones,
Yeah,
green
with
and
the
yellow
scrubby
ones.
side and the yellow side.
I mean, they work great, but you're right. They stink after like 3 days.
Oh, on a similar topic, I don't want to take away your thunder.
No,
or
let's
anything.
do it. And this is about conversation.
I'm done with sponges. You can go ahead.
I was very upset in the past. It might have been 2 weeks ago, but I can no longer find any whatsoever of Apple Mango Tango.
I think it's gone.
Yeah,
I think it's gone.
Everything I find on Amazon is like $99, $100. I can't even buy.
That's why. Yeah, you know it's gone when
Yeah.
Amazon's selling it way too overpriced.
I can't get it for cheap anymore, and I was very sad. I don't know what to do with myself.
That was Gain, right? Let's shout out.
It was Gain. Yeah, shout out to Gain. They need the Plotty Time endorsement, but Apple Mango Tango, man, I use that for
That was the best fabric softener.
15 years. No, it's detergent, laundry detergent.
Didn't they make it fabric softener sheets too?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
You can't. Those ended up long before the
Yeah.
detergent. But I was sad, and it hurts me because I can never find something that good again.
I think on this podcast, I've mentioned it several times, but I could not find it as soon as I moved to the DC region.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't find. So it's been 10 years. I've moved on to the brand Frey, Frey.
No, never heard of it.
No, I'm gonna have to look for it.
It goes in with our topic because it's a little pricey. They're like $20 per bottle. I guess that's what all detergent's going for these
Yeah,
days.
nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's I use the Cedar Grove scent.
Cedar
called.
Grove.
It's Frey, Frey. It's like $40 for 2 of them.
Which store
But-
do you get them at?
Amazon.
Well, he's checking
Oh,
Amazon
okay.
right now. Okay.
Well, I was hoping I could go to either like Giant or something around.
You probably could, because Amazon usually charges a lot more for shit that's heavy.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to sell it in the stores, but I've always bought it online. I've been using that for a long time, and it's like a concentrate. So it comes in like a 16 ounce or 20 ounce thing, and you just like
Add water.
spray in. No, you just spray in like 2 or 3 of them, 2 or 3 pumps. They last just as long as any other detergent. They smell fucking great.
I'm gonna have to look at a phrase.
Yeah.
I highly recommend. That's what I've moved on to. But the products that I spend the money on, one of the things, I know this is gonna sound weird and it's completely off topic, but backpacks.
Oh,
Like any kind of bag I use and have to like, cause I travel a lot for work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I buy the shit that's expensive that lasts. So I'm not going to shout out the brand because they didn't pay us, but it's a very popular tactical type bag.
Okay.
Probably the most popular one. I always buy them because I've had them for 5, 6, 7 years and they look like the day I bought them.
Dude, I have a backpack. I still have a backpack from it was 2008. I was in a buddy of mine's wedding, and he got all the groomsmen backpacks. He's like, I didn't know what to get you, so I just got that's personalized backpack.
He knew
with
it was
your
a
name on
quality backpack.
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking good backpack. I've had it ever since.
Yeah.
I always use it
good
for day
backpacks.
trips.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Dude. Love them.
And I got I used to go into DC a lot to offices and I'd take like a messenger bag with me, but I tried like 5, 6 different versions and they all would just like start to get shitty and fall apart and straps would break.
Oh yeah, or the little fucking thing, it would just start getting loose or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just ended up spending the money on them and they've been awesome ever since.
Nice.
The other thing I spend money on recently, do you guys fuck around with freeze dried candy? Because that shit's everywhere now.
Dude,
I saw that's everywhere.
I just heard about freeze dried Skittles and it People are telling me they're fucking amazing. They're at the festival.
At the festival, yeah, you can go get some.
Oh, dude. I bought some from Amazon, and I want to shout out this brand because I love them. It was, what are they called? Space Age Snacks. You can buy them off Amazon. I got the Cosmo Cubes, which are freeze-dried Starbursts.
Oh, God, that sounds amazing.
And I got the...
So they, what, do they just like real chewy?
Yeah, what's the difference between
the
a normal
opposite.
candy and a freeze-dried candy?
Yeah.
They fucking melt in your mouth.
That's what people told me. They're like, I was like, are they super chewy? And they're like, no. It's like
It's
a
the
Rice
opposite.
Krispie. It's
It
like
is.
a Skittle turns into a Rice Krispie.
I suggest
I know.
you get they're called freeze-dried Cosmic Crunches. They are freeze-dried sour Skittles.
Ooh, that sounds amazing. Well, I just like sour Skittles. I mean, I like the chewiness though.
I give them a shot because they're awesome.
Okay. All right,
But freeze-dried candy apparently is like hitting now. Like it's a huge thing. I just
Yeah,
saw them on
it's
Amazon. I'm like,
blowing
that
up.
sounds fun. I'll try them. I even I looked into how to do freeze drying at home.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to do it, you have to get a a specialized commercial freeze dryer. And the cheapest one I could find is $2,000. I'm like, I don't want it that bad.
How much do they charge for the candy though?
It's like a 16 ounce for the Starburst for $10.
Yeah, which costs $2, and then you freeze dry it.
Oh yeah, like it's a, but that I did the math. Like how much candy am
You'd
I
have to
actually
sell
going
a
to eat?
fuckload of candy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I'm like, I'll just buy the packs once in a while from Amazon.
All
Like
right,
it's a splurge, it's a treat. But that's the point of this, right? The thing you spend the money on.
Yeah. That's great.
I'm trying to think what else I do. Everything I can think of that comes to mind is like food.
Well, sneakers never.
And, yeah, sneaker betting.
Yeah, never.
Oh,
been.
you know what's a good one? Don't skimp on garbage bags.
Oh, I was gonna say that. That was the next one I just thought of that.
Oh, toilet paper.
Toilet paper too. You're right.
Yeah, I can't skimp on toilet paper.
Yeah, you can't get a garbage bag that's gonna fall apart when you lift it out of the thing.
No,
No,
I go for
you
the
can't.
Flex Force or whatever.
Yeah,
Me
so do
too. Yeah, same. You could beat the shit out of those and they'll still keep all the stuff in there.
Right, unless you're throwing like broken glass in it, it's not gonna rip.
Yeah. Like I've filled some, like you clear out the fridge, that bag's real heavy.
Yeah,
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other stuff.
Yeah, that's
But
plenty.
I got nothing else good. That's good, right? We can go with that.
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to get out the scrubbing buddies, dude.
They are great.
Yeah, because they just blew my mind in the last couple of months. I'm like, holy shit, amazing.
Well, if anyone has any other ideas for things that they absolutely will spend the money on because they're quality products, where could they send us that via email, Sir Chump Slap?
Well, send that to plottytime@gmail.com and I'll let everybody know.
All right. And if they want to get to us faster on the socials with, I don't know, AI generated images of us doing crazy shit or other products, I don't know, whatever. How do they do that, Dr. Scientist?
At Plottytime on Instagram or Threads, and don't use AI. Just make them yourself, man.
Yeah, check
There you go.
fucking
Back Blaine JJ's drawings and
TikTok or
TikTok.
TikTok.
And
Oh, yeah, we
TikTok.
have a
We're on
TikTok
TikTok.
too. I forgot about that. Add that in.
There you go.
And stop by our subreddit and say some stuff.
And go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. Really helps us out. Watch the videos. They're all fucking great. Every single one of them.
Watch all of it.
Several times. That'd be great.
Binge.
That about does it for us. So as always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Gamers Little Playground. I am Panax and Luis Guzman. Don't trust Dr. Scientist. And we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.